All right, in this video, I just want to show you how to create some seamless textures here inside of Midjourney directly. So I've got a few examples. The first one, I did a prompt right here, and the prompt was design a pattern that's tropical inspired using greens, baby blues, light pinks, and do it on a white background. Here is the key to creating a seamless texture in Midjourney, and that is the dash dash tile at the end of your prompt. What that does is it creates a seamless texture 9 times out of 10. Sometimes we get some flukes. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. So what we have here is basically if we match this little side of the flower up with this side of the flower on this image, it will repeat itself properly. So it should do that. Sometimes they look like they're going to, and then they, have something weird that doesn't line up. And that actually typically happens mostly with Dolly. And that's why we're here doing this with Midjourney today, because it just has, for since this program came out, just created really excellent tile patterns. So I enlarged this image. I will enlarge it and upscale it even more using that Topaz AI upscaler. We're going to be doing that next. But here's another version that I wanted to show you. So what we can actually do is we can prompt 3 things at one time. And so to do that, we would write out our prompt. Okay, so my prompt was /imagine, and then it says design a pattern that has donuts, ice cream, and polka dots, and is on a white background, which I said twice. Really wanted it on that white background. And it needs to kind of be like a cartoon or a sticker. Sometimes what you might find is that with version 6 in Midjourney, things look just like really realistic, even when you don't want them to. So you just need to say, if it does need to be more of a cartoon, say it needs to be more of a cartoon. Or you can revert back to version 5.2 where things were just a little bit softer and not as realistic looking. Either way, you can always toggle back and forth. So I'm creating 3 jobs at once. So to do that, I use this like squiggly bracket, and on my computer, on my keyboard, it's next to the P on my keyboard, and it also has the regular bracket. For this one, I just press Shift. We need both, so we need to start it and finish it, or else it does not recognize, that this is a contingency of this prompt. So I created basically here's one version where I want to see blue with pink and green. You can do this in any way that you want. So if you're using this for your interiors and you want to do like the same style, but in every single room in the house, you would do that and put like living room, comma, kitchen, comma. It's the comma that divides the prompts. Okay, so I have 3. I've got this one, and then comma space. I've got the yellow and purple. And then outside the brackets, I end my prompt with dash dash tile. Okay. So here's what we get. It runs all 3 jobs. It does ask you, do you want to run all 3 of these jobs? And so I got this guy first, which this one is just like perfect. This came out so great. This one here is like my dud. It did not work where it's really going to match properly. Like we have a donut up here and then like a bottom of a muffin here. But generally, like, even this 4, like right here, we've got a purple donut that's like split into fourths. That will work. Like when it comes back together, that should also work. These ones just look cleaner here. And that they're gonna, repeat themselves properly. Well, I say that, but then this side we've got, a blue donut. When we match it with the purple donut, then you got a half and half. Same with the brown being on the bottom and then the blue here. So sometimes there's weird things that happen, but for the most part, we're gonna get some good stuff. And if you don't, go ahead and do like the regeneration here. But typically I find that this just kind of works. So I've got a few here that I'm going to save. For this technique, like, I mean, the possibilities are endless. You could sit here and you can create, up to 40 images at a time, because you actually can prompt 10 of these. I only did 3, but you could do 10 jobs at a time. So the possibilities are endless. Like you can just sit here and create and create and create, and then just kind of filter out and then enlarge and then put them on print on demand. That's absolutely like your call. Of course, you want to disclose that it's AI generated imagery. You really didn't do much besides prompt it for this situation. But if you want to take these and put it into Photoshop after, that's when you can really play around with the design and the ideas behind it. So that's what we're going to be doing in the other version of this, where we're going to take things, we're going to create our own patterns and our own textures, but it might be AI image inspired. So watch for that Photoshop video. But if you're not a Photoshop user, don't want to get into Photoshop, this could be a great alternative for you using Midjourney. And currently Midjourney is only $10 a month. Okay. So if you're not going to move over to Photoshop next, go ahead and jump to the how to upscale your images using that Topaz AI scale enlarger, because we will want to do that for the best print quality. All right, let's move over to the next video here.